This segment of APA Insights focuses on the citation of authors. References in APA publications are cited in text with an author-date citation system and are listed alphabetically in the reference list. This style of citation allows the reader to find the source of information at the end of the article. Each reference cited in text must appear in the reference list, and each entry in the reference list must be cited in text. The in-text source and the reference must be identical in the spelling of author names and years. The material covered in this segment is found in paragraphs 6.11, 6.12, 6.13, and 6.15, pages 174 through 177 in the publication manual of the American Psychological Association. The objectives of this segment are to review the rules for how to cite work by one author, one work by multiple authors, groups as authors, and works with no identified or anonymous author. The review will be followed by an opportunity to apply the material that has been covered. In the case where there is one author, the last name of the author and the year of the publication should be inserted in the text. In this example, Vigor, Dedication, and Absorption are attributed to Schiavelli, 2003. If the name of the author is used in the narrative, meaning that the name is referenced in the text in addition to the findings, the name stands alone and the publication year is added in parentheses. If the name of the author is part of a narrative within a paragraph, use the year reference only the first time, unless the study can be confused with other studies, as noted in the example. When both the name and year are in parentheses, as in our first example, include the year in the following paragraph citations. Often, there is one work, but multiple authors have been involved in the research. If there are two authors, cite both names every time the reference occurs in text. If in text, join the names with the word "and." If in parentheses, use an ampersand to join the words. When there are 3, 4, or 5 authors, cite all names the first time the reference appears, but cite only the first author name, followed by et al., period, and the year, if it is the first reference. The second reference should just be the first name and the year. If there is more than one study that shortens to the same name and date, keep adding names until there is some differentiation. When there are 6 or more authors, cite only the surname of the first author, followed by et al., period, for the first and subsequent citations, unless more names are necessary to differentiate the study. There are times when groups will serve as authors. These groups are usually corporations, government, or research organizations. If the group is easily recognizable by the audience, the group name may be abbreviated, followed by year, as shown in the examples. If the author is not identified, cite the text in the first few words of the reference list entry and the year. As shown in the first example, place quotation marks around the title of the article, chapter, or web page. Italicize the title of a periodical, a book, a brochure, or a report. Do the same with legal material. If the author is designated as anonymous, cite in text anonymous, followed by a comma and the date, as shown in the example. For your reference, all of these guidelines are covered in the APA Style Guide, 6th edition, paragraphs 6.11, 6.12, 6.13, 6.15, pages 174 through 177. Table 6.1 is also an excellent resource for basic citation styles and is found on page 177. Now a brief exercise will be distributed to check your understanding of the material covered.